Hey, hello everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We are live on the Bruce Cesal Research Channel. Cold weather has calmed down a little bit. The sun, very concerning. Scientists are even talking about the sun, you know, being the most dangerous cycle 25, San C, TGIF. Thank God it is Friday. Thanks for being here. And thanks for the amazing support, my friend, for being a member, for everything you guys do. I got some Christmas cards. It took so long for me to get people's Christmas cards and stuff, but they're all in. And some of the news in Canada. It was an emotional day for me, Sansi, yesterday and the day before. Hi, Karen. Evening to you. Very emotional day for me here in Canada. I'm proud of my country for once. For not, I'm always proud of the people, but the country. Together, we're standing up. A lot of people on the overpasses and stuff. I do want to, after I leave this live stream, go and check to see if the highways there's activity here. Maybe go to the Ontario border or a section where some of the trucks are going by to get some film for you all. It's about time that people stand up. The mandate should be down, absolutely down for sure, because UK took everything down. Sweden now, the first European country to take things down. We can expect France to take a long time. You know, that's how it is. But I was emotional yesterday. I was happy. So it's about effing time that people understand the seriousness of it. And Trudeau, who is hiding, says he has COVID now, going in quarantine for 5 days. But basically, I assure you, he's hiding from the truckers so that there won't be a meeting point between them. But the truckers are staying on Parliament Hill until the mandates in Canada are taken down. And they better hurry up to take them down because there are tractors on their way there now. I'm sure there'll be a lot of other. There's plows also. So the plows are in front. It's a beautiful thing. We have Indian nations and tribes and of all different culture that are banging their drums and supporting the whole idea of taking all this crap down. So, Lias, how are you doing? Hello to you. AC, how are you? Woodwood for Canada, yeah, and also for USA and for UK and for all the countries. I know it's not only Canada that's doing a lot and protesting and stuff, but I think it's amazing. It's a legal opportunity for us, Canadians, and everyone in many countries are allowed protesting peacefully, and that's the goal of everyone in the Canadian convoy, which freedom convoy, very important to say. But in reality, it's Canadian because we're here, but there are American unV'd. Remember to respect the V. Be careful what you say here, guys. But I'm taking a chance today. I'm speaking out for the first time amongst us all because we're all been suppressed in a whole bunch of changes. A lot of us are waiting for things to go down, and media is not telling us the truth. But I was listening to the media this morning, the not real media, the fake news, like the ones we don't have to name them, and they're preparing people saying this is going to be bad. There could be violence. There's no violence in this. Anyone's allowed driving around on a Canadian highway and following the speed limits. Anyone overdoes the speed limit, well, the cops can stop them, but they're going to leave the other over 50,000 trucks. Trudeau will never have seen as many trucks on Saturday as he will have ever seen in his entire life. And of course, it hypes us up. That's why they're hiding it, because it makes Canadians feel that, wow, we're not alone. And Trudeau was saying that we are minority, fringe minority, which is very sad because all the countries are, suffering through this, and everyone's doing their part. All of you who stood up. Hey, Beth, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm proud of the truckers. So proud of them. It's not only the truckers, it's the ones that went to the overpasses. It was pretty emotional. A couple of times I got teary-eyed. I said, wow, look at all the people on the overpasses. It was absolutely, absolutely amazing. So very proud of you guys. Goal is keep up peaceful and strong. Love you, Bruce. Love you more. Thank you so much, Beth. And that's the idea. Excuse me, guys. That's the idea. I had a little cold too this week. I don't give a shit what anyone calls it, Omicron or not. I'm not really worried about anything. I'm unV'd. And you know what the beautiful part is? The ideal of the convoy, the Canadian convoy or any convoy, because I I said it too quickly. I have to talk about the Americans too. There's also unvied American truck drivers that are coming to the border this morning. They're probably already there. And there was also some rallies from Washington State, but it's not sure that there's rallies in Washington State, Kentucky, and another state, which again, I'm not sure of. Where is it? Geez, it's too bad I can't tell you guys where the point is. But they're already gone, but they were gathering in, I'm not sure if it was Virginia or something, but they're all going down to the border to yell across the border and support Canadians. I mean, how awesome are Americans for doing that? Because the American truck drivers and the Canadian truck drivers are in the same situation. And there was talk that the American truck drivers could possibly do the same thing. Mr. Dennis the Menace, heat wave today in northern Michigan, 15 degrees. That's incredible. My wood pile is dwindling. The wood stove has been working overtime. Stay warm. Yes, that's what's happening, eh? The sun is changing everyone's weather up and down. We just got out for the first time in 2-3 weeks. Thanks again, you guys, Beth, Dennis. We got out of the cold, really, really cold weather, guys. Space Cow sent me a beautiful message and a beautiful card, as other people have also. And I got the cards there. And I know it took a long time for some of them to come in. But Space Cow, thank you very much if you're here. If not, he will definitely be by because he always is. Crimson Drums, how's it going? So like I said, we're going to talk about the usual space stuff. But, I'm talking about also what's going on in Canada. It's a big thing. It's a big situation. We're really suppressed here. And when I say here, again, I know you guys are too. But for me here, stuck in Canada, where we have absolutely no say, Biden is bringing in people. It's in the news, by the way, illegal aliens. Some of them, probably most of them, even have records. And there was one caught very recently that killed a police officer in the States that was caught that had a record. He was entered the U.S. in the end of the 90s and was roaming around free. And you know what it does? It comes down to they want to make us be race immigrants, that it's racist. It's not, because I'm not mentioning because they're Mexicans. I'm mentioning because they're coming from that country. All those people that need help are being, bribed into crossing over. It's not their fault. I'm sure every American knows that, but they're not telling the American people that they're flying them out to suburban regions and states and in a whole bunch of areas, hidden areas. And it's, in reality, it's the American people that are paying that with their tax dollars. And Biden did not tell them about that. There's talk of an impeachment for Biden in 2023. So these are all, like you guys, a whole bunch of things that we keep hearing. We know that all this mandate stuff should be over. It is, in general. Even if there wouldn't have been a convoy, it would have ended, I believe. But if over 50,000 trucks, and there are, trust me, it must be about 78,000 trucks. There's cars and that and other smaller pickups and vehicles. And some are going up there with buses or personal trailer homes to be there a long time. So if Trudeau is going to be in quarantine for 5 days, the truckers will be there for 5 days. And prepare yourselves, guys. And this is making me really upset. And they're going to do like they did in the States, right? Everything that they did in the States, they're trying to do to us now. The same things, making the people that are in the convoy domestic terrorists, like they did in the States for the January 6th, where everyone that was there, they said that, we're not going to hide it, right? It's the CIA or the FBI agents and stuff that started the crap and got people to go inside and stuff. It was all insurrections. It was all things done secretly and under the table. Same thing's going to happen here. What if some idiot does something bad, and I'm not even going to mention it, somewhere? But that's silly to say. That's like saying, oh my goodness, there are millions of people on the Canadian roads this morning. Let's see if something bad happens. There's nothing different. I think people are going to get together. The Canadians are going to meet people in other provinces. New Brunswick's going to talk to people in Quebec. Quebec's going to talk to people in Rivière-du-Loup, which, by the way, there's even a convoy at the end of the world here in Quebec, all the way down where it's cold, going all the way up to Ottawa. They're going there with tents, and they're going to stay there. And you know what's going to happen, USA? That's the same thing that your truckers are going to do. A lot more truckers in the US, I think, right? If I'm not mistaken. But the ideal is that some of those American truckers work in Canada. That's the problem. So even the unvied truckers from the States, which, by the way, said like 10 times in his video that he was supportive of Canadian truckers. It's cool. This is going to bring us together. That's how I look at it. As long as everything's done legally and calmly. Are there going to be idiots? It doesn't matter. They should be dealt with individually. What do you think of that? If someone does some crap, they should be dealt with individually. It's not like we're redesigning the bloody laws. That's how the laws are. They've always been like that. Thanks again, AKC. QC, sorry. Static Bat is in the house. Darla, how's it going? Hey, Greg. Thanks a lot for being here, man. Grip Ripper is in the house. Evening, Bruce, or afternoon, where you are. Yeah, absolutely. It's actually a beautiful afternoon. It's the first time that I'm not wearing a sweater because it's been freaking cold. The heaters weren't furnishing here. That always scares me. Hey, Christy, hello. Teddy Rose is in the house. Wonderful to see you too, Teddy. Thanks a lot. How's it going, Christy? Hey, did the cold break in your end? And all of you on Patreon, yeah, it's the weekend. I've been long overdue to answer comments. Still had a lot of problems with my bloody eye, but allergies or stuff. I don't know if you guys are like me. I'm not phobic, but I'm probably becoming it because sometimes I go, damn it, is the 5G? Oh, my damn eye, 5G. I got a sore back. Could be a 5G. Like, what's reality now? What's not reality? How's it going, my friend? I am Kai. Much love to you too, brother. Hey, man, I caught up with your 2 last videos, and I don't know, for some reason, again, I clicked the bell on your channel so that everything should come in. I should see it on the top, my notifications all the time, and I don't. But I'll be checking. And, hey, thanks for speaking up for the trolls, too. It's amazing, man. And that's how they are. Get a lot of jealous people that try to take down a bunch of people. But there's one thing, I am Kai, that I really appreciated you saying, is that there's a lot of people that don't admit it, but, and you didn't say it was me. Like, you're just talking about trolls in general. But I can relate because the trolls that attack me afterwards, they go to all the channels of the ones that contribute to the channel, like you do in many ways, and coming here and supporting the channel, interacting with Darla and stuff. The trolls really don't like that. They really, really don't like that. And some people are getting asked to go against Bruce because Bruce is a bad this, bad that. But you see, there's never any proof, because I'm sure even I am Kai, if somebody would show you proof, listen, that's how life is. Somebody shows you proof that I'm doing something bad, well, get away. That's how it is. But they don't have any proof of anything. It's just the trolling part. Fields must be really frozen, Christy, for sure. You mustn't be driving around in them. I would hope not. Hey, Bruce, just been watching the lives in Ottawa. Much love to Canada from UK. Thank you very much, Kaywood. Yeah, it was an emotional day. I was really happy seeing the people honking and stuff. Because don't forget, like you guys in your countries and stuff, when we're in town, Western countries, right? People are really independent. Families stick with families. Some people say hello, but it's not like in the country. Get into the country. I moved here in the country and I felt like, geez, leave me alone. Everyone was, hello and nodding and stuff. And they all know you and stuff. That's a fun thing. It's a fun feeling, unless you're, I guess, a popular actor. I guess it's not a fun feeling. But there's no dangers because I'm not. Thanks again, Teddy Rose, for being here. Thanks, Kaywood. Nick, how's it going, man? Thanks for being here, you guys. Shauna's in the house. Shauna Shepherd, hi. Thanks, you guys. Yes, it's bad, Beth. And Trudeau's hiding, saying that he has the C, so that he's quarantined. He has to be quarantined for 5 days. So the truckers that are arriving there are going to have to wait for him for 5 days. But what they don't know is some of these truckers have 4 tanks on their trucks, plenty of fuel. They're going to have some fuel trucks, obviously, in the convoy that are going to be able to fuel up the trucks and stuff. They could be there for a shitload of time. And people are giving them, offering them free food, going down in Canada, stopping at different stops. People that have restaurants had trailers, and not many of them, but one of them did, and gave out food and drink, and anyways, burgers and fries and everything for everyone. It's a beautiful thing. It's really nice to see. And it's really about time. Peter, how's it going? Hello, Bruce and community. It's Friday. Let's talk, Bruce. Did you get my email? If not, check your spam, please. I haven't checked emails in 2 days, so I will check definitely in the email. Sorry about that, man. I will definitely check that. And now I'm worried. I'm going to definitely check that. And what else? Peter, if you get a chance today to film the sun, a big enough spot depending on your region, I guess. Of course, maybe your sun's down or not up yet. But when it comes up, try to get it. It was pretty active. I was able to get it for a little bit today, and I'm going to get that up in the next video for you all with some other things for sure to fill up the video. And yeah, let me check. I'm worried about the email. I hate that, missing emails. I'm sorry about that, man. It's not even because I'm famous, because I get hundreds of spam. And let's see. I'm just going to go double check right away. So confirm that at least I see it. Confirm your subscription to porn magazine. Confirm your subscription to Lake Express. Confirm your subscription. That's our little penny bunny up in the UK. She subscribes to me to all the cool magazines and some of the really bad ones. Okay, this is on. I'm down to January 25th. I wonder if it was that long ago that you sent it, man. Oh, nothing but. I think I just found it, brother. Yes, sir, brother. I'll be right back, guys. I'm not going to read it all, but I'll read a little bit. I was curious. Right. Won't be long, guys. It's too interesting. Yeah, damn right. And I'm gonna read the rest of it later, man. And I read halfway through it, but yeah, definitely a whole lot of trolling going on. So yes, Peter, I saw the message. I'm gonna read it completely after and reply back. Sorry about that, man. Really sorry about that. 6 days ago. And also, like I say, man, yeah, me, it's only for the fun of it. Like, no worries. Like when I share stuff, it's because it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. I know you ain't looking for views at all. I know it, but we have a hell of a lot of fun time doing so. Even Darla the other day, Darla got a nice last video, guys. And if it's not the last, look at the one before, whatever. She made a video about. I got to play in my eye now. Sorry about that. She got some ice pillars, guys. The ice pillars, it's a phenomena, a strange phenomena that occurs. And some people have seen in the deserts over the pyramids and stuff. There's lots of different cool phenomena. So Darla, too, I shared her video of that. Sometimes I share Kai's video. He does nice rock carving. Christy Lindsay, I should share more of hers because I really believe there's something to do with those videos with the animals and stuff. Some people may, those videos on YouTube, it's surprising, but they get like hundreds of thousands of views usually. And I like them when they're funny. Carlos Skywatcher, hello to you. And like I said, brother Peter, I'll go back and read the rest of that, my man. Blinking my eye here. Twitch. Sorry. A lot of breaks today. Well, that's how it is. I could not come on and say, "Oh, I have an eye problem. I'm not coming on today. Too tired and stuff like that." No, but once in a while, you guys know me. I have to get off screen and play in my eye, but that doesn't matter. I am Kai. You made me laugh on your last or before last video when you're talking about. He goes, "Anyways, y'all, I'm just rubbing this thing back and forth. You don't really have to stick around." And he goes, "That sounded bad." That was my laugh for the day. Truth Mirage, Welcome. Hey, thank you very much, AQC. Thank you very much. Yeah, and to everybody out there doing peaceful protests that are not causing any harm to roads, street signs, we have to do that. We're civilized enough to understand that we have to do protests without even leaving any garbage when we're walking around. Bring garbage bags by sharing this good, intentional way of speaking to the government. It's like they're afraid of us. So they're going to say anything they want. Imagine people are just walking up to the parliament to say hello, and they're going to call us terrorists, like they did to the American people on January 6th, which I'm sure the American people will never forgive them. That was horrible. But again, it was Biden. So, hey, Peter Benton, bro, I get you, son. Sit right in the middle, kinda. I got the sunset right in the. Hey, thanks a lot, Peter Benton. You got to check out the sun today, man. If you get a chance, it is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yes, right in the middle. Exactly. For you, it's in the middle. Okay. For me, it's seen here in Canada, it is higher than the middle and off to the left, but not that far off. Maybe, a little distance, which is about 200,000 kilometers when you're looking at with the telescope, though. Thanks, man. Oh, there you go. Yes. Okay. 10-4. So I was right. Thanks, man. You didn't have to give an extra 5 for, but I sure appreciate it. Bro, I get you, son. Sit right on in the middle. I said he's doing a Kentucky or something American accent. Yeah, man. And that's exactly it. I got your sunspot. It was a big mama. And it's a whole bunch of spots together, like several spots, and it's making a line. You see that line of the magnetic fields that are crossing over each other, aligning themselves. Apparently, it's something totally normal that happens on the sun. I see some people talking about the sun having supposedly exploded. I see some people talking about a lot of stuff. It's getting interesting. The sun is going to explode at one point, and when I say explode, to fear people, it is dangerous. But a coronal mass ejection, it's going to take a lot of things out. Might not kill us all, but it could take a lot of things out, and it's going to have a major factor with the weather. It's going to really take over the weather. Masky Man reminds me of another Trump flag party. Could be. And those are the only parties I go to usually. The Trump flag parties. He'll be impeached, Biden in 2023, hopefully. And then who are they going to get in? Hillary Clinton? Oh my God. People are screeching to hear her again. You'll be able to see her drop some alien eggs out of her mouth again while she's having a drink on the forum. You guys see that video? Lots of stuff. Boy, they bombarded her, didn't they? Poor Hillary. No, not poor Hillary. Nazi war criminals. That's what they are. David White. Hello to you. Oh yeah, Justin is in the fetal position. He's hearing the drum beats from all the nations and tribes and Indian tribes that are around Canada. That they themselves have had so much done. It's in the news here. Lots going on with natives in Canada and stuff. Those mass graves and horrible. Which of course it does a lot more than that. Then is that they find bits and pieces and bring them up. But Mr. Tony Brooks, you know what I wrote, Tony? You're gonna be proud of me. I wrote this so I wouldn't forget when I talk about it to mention that it was you, and it was Tony Brooks, the Eagle module. He reminded me, Tony Brooks. Thanks, man, for being here. Hi, Bruce, and all. Thanks for getting back. My pleasure. And Tony mentioned to me exactly that. What he wants me to. What I'm going to talk to you about, the Eagle module. Okay, it's still floating around Earth. Honestly, I don't even think I had forgotten about that. I think I heard about it. I wasn't really familiar that that's what was out there going around the moon. So without putting words in Tony's mouth, well, at last on that video where he commented, I showed a bunch of objects. The last video, you guys, of objects in the moon's atmosphere or a bit higher up out of the moon's atmosphere that are going really slow. It could also be the Eagle module. And what's the Eagle module? It's the module when they went to the moon, supposedly in 69. But again, floating around the orbit of the moon. And nobody's sure, I guess, because nobody knows when or how or if it's going to crash. March 4th is supposed to be an Elon Musk rocket. It's going to hit the moon. So we can try to keep an eye on that, however the hell we're going to do that, which is near impossible to catch, even though we know the date, but we can still look around. You never know. Sometimes these things before falling, they go, I say, Christy, thank you. Thank you so much. I love you, sister. Yeah. It's the lies that they're telling us, but some of that debris can be some pieces that is literally debris. So maybe asides from the UFOs that winded left and right there, Tony, that we know it's not debris. It's easy. We check the characteristics of these objects and it gives us a big idea of whether they're debris or not. But thanks for bringing that one up. That was a good one. And again, Tony Brooks mentioned, I was going to mention in the video, and I still will, because now it's going to be part of my research, because it's obvious. You'll be hearing me saying it a lot. The more I know about that, the more I have to mention it and tell the truth so that people can understand. And anyways, Tony, I'll be telling people that all that stuff that I'm filming could be the eagle, but there's more than one piece. So it's not just the eagle. But I bet you, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's what I answered Tony. How many times probably have I already filmed that eagle module going by, and maybe a lot of other people too. It's a small speck that goes by, unless you zoom or slow it down. But that object was definitely not going very fast. Thanks again, Christy, and everyone. Thanks, you guys. Peter, everyone, Beth. John Black's in the house. Love you, bro. Thanks, man. Thanks for the support, you guys. How's everyone doing? Super windy here in Arizona. Thank you, KM, for letting us know that. Arizona. Always wanted to go to Arizona. It's been on my bucket list a long time, way before the sea started. Maybe I'll get up there one day. Nelson Dark, North Carolina. Thank you, you guys. Another, maybe I'm not sure, but it seems to me there were some truckers from North Carolina that were actually joining the convoy a couple of states down. I'm hearing about a whole bunch of support all over, you guys. It's awesome. Thanks again, Nelson Dark. Thanks, AQC. I hope it's going to change something. I know it will. It already has in a way. It's the suppression that they're doing. If we just sit there and do nothing, they're not going to stop us. Unfortunately, Justin Trudeau says he's not going to back down from or ever take them down. So because of that, well, as a Canadian, whether you are a VEED or not, you should stand up for your rights. And the beautiful thing is that the Canadian convoy for freedom, the mandate convoy, it's not done in a way where people have signs up saying, hey, the V's are stupid, the un-V's are smart. It has nothing to do with it. It's that we want everyone in general, the good people want the people that want to get the V, get it your own will and your own wish. If you want it, go get it and you have it. The one that doesn't want it can stay home and not have it. Trudeau is trying to apply a health tax on me because I'm unfeed. I'm pissed. I can't buy alcohol anymore here in the region, in the SAQs. Of course, there's always the corner stores with the $20 bottle of wine, small bottles, the things floating in the bottom because they've been there for years. I'm not a big drinker, but still, I've always gone to the SAC, once a month, once every 2 months, and now you can't go. A lot of the stores, the Walmarts here, guys, they have it looks like Le Havre Santé. Anyway, only very limited people will get that joke, but it looks like a hospital when you walk in, a clinic. You walk in, you got all these blue lines. They're scanning for passports and stuff like that. The passports are down in the UK. If they're down in the UK, they're going to have to be down throughout the world. But they're going to try to push as far as they can still to get those, V's out. There's a botch batch of V's that went out. There you go, government. Disgusting in the States. Given to kids. Yeah. Nurse was crying her eyes out, spoke up, and tried to, say, I can't do it. I can't. Well, of course not. You can't do it. But everyone's stuck at the throat. They're getting threats, by agents, governments, who knows, the big companies. They're getting harassed to do, as they have to do. We got spanked 1-6 when we gathered with that intent. Yeah, listen, and the American people did it in a beautiful way. Everyone went to the Capitol. There was no war. And I'll tell you even better than that, even worse than that, is when they went into the Capitol, once the agent police officers told them to go in, they walked in there and um, not even screaming, aside from that funny guy with the horns that everyone seemed to really trip out on. He was arrogant, sat down, and put his feet up and stuff like that and talked. But listen, if that's what the people, the point is, the people in the States were trying to say, hey, we're not evil. We're good people, but you got to stop coming and attacking us like that, which, like, I think that's the mentality of most people. But for me, all the people that were there on January 6th, hats off. I'm proud of you all, everyone that was there. And I'm proud of the intent. I'm proud of the way it was organized at the beginning. But of course, they started blaming everybody, even blamed Alex Jones for having started a whole bunch of protests and stuff. They did to David Icke when he talked about the 5G towers. And then they said, whoop, now they're burning them down. So now David Icke's not going to be allowed to speak anymore. So they go and get you that way. A lot of doctors were fired. A lot of doctors quit. A lot of doctors have their YouTube channels taken down. Yes, which I appreciate those so much. And of course, it's just a way to get people more familiar with medicine, maybe, and stuff like that. It's like the government doesn't want us to do that connection, have that connection. Lee from Colorado in the house. Lee, thank you so much. Kaywood says, Bruce, in the UK, it's not all over. We still have mandates, yes, on our NHS. Yeah, I know, eh? You see everyone saying, oh, look, the UK, it's done. Workers, if we don't stop that, they'll start doing more. Exactly. So the good news is that there's an opening, at least. That's what happened. And of course, they're going to come and get us back another way, whether they strike us with climate lockdowns or whatnot. That's another thing that people are starting to talk about. And again, it wouldn't be ridiculous because the sun really is on the verge of changing our lives. I believe that 100%. Darla, thanks for welcoming everyone, you guys. Well, Trudeau changed the COVID restrictions for the C restrictions for the truck drivers. And even in the States, they went through hell there. They can't cross over. I remember it started in America where the unV'd truckers would not be able to cross over the border anymore, and then vice versa. And it's pretty sad now. So a lot of people have been trucking for 20, 30 years. A lot of truckers on the road are some really, the old of the old. They've been there for a long time and they're losing their jobs. How many trucks transport things from the US to Canada? I've been just looking at the statistics for the first time. I can mention them. Very interesting. 125,000 vehicles continually going back and forth, bringing us our goods from household items to grocery items and everything. And say to yourself, with what Trudeau said, and even with what Biden said, and what it caused to the truckers on both sides of the border that were working in solely producing, who were working as a truck driver in the States to ship to Canada back and forth, like the Canadian truckers shipping to the States back and forth, or Mexico, Canada. You see the trucks all over. I'm sure you guys see them too. Mexicana, USA. It's all Mexico, Canada, USA. There was talk about them being one country at one point. So anyways, long story short, Shauna, the truck drivers got sick of the mandates, and along with everyone in Canada and you guys in your own countries, a couple of truckers decide to start a rally, a convoy, peaceful convoy, against the mandates here in Canada. So they going to Parliament Hill. A lot of them are already there. 50,000 truckers now on the road on their way to Parliament Hill. And when I say 50,000, that was as of 3 or 4 days ago. There's a lot more trucks, a lot more cars and people joining in now. I'm sure as people are seeing these convoys going by, there's many people in the provinces in Quebec that are joining into that. It's a beautiful thing when you think of it. So Justin Trudeau just declared that there were He had the C, and he's going to quarantine for 5 days. So the truckers are going to have I'll say like my Australian friends, a barbecue for 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, until Trudeau decides that he's not so afraid anymore and comes back. They're building fences, I imagine, around the parliament. I don't know what they're going to do. It's going to look like a really sad. Let me just tell you, Justin Trudeau, that only 6 or 7 semi trucks is going to completely circle around the parliament. What are you going to do with the other 60,000? So 25,000 truckers are missing on the roads. They just said in the data. Again, 1,000 people say, right? Who knows if they're telling the truth? But in general, there's 25,000, Shauna, people missing both in the States and in Canada that were part of being drivers that worked for companies for long times and some people short times. So to fill in that gap, they're going to need 25,000 more truckers, of course, that are V'd and not unV'd. But that's exactly why they're standing up. And not just that, people are standing up for the truckers. Elon Musk says, Canadian truckers rock. So he's going to be hated for having mentioned that. But it's true. Stand up for your rights, and we're doing it legally and peacefully. Justin Trudeau doesn't have a rat's ass to say about it, and he can't. But he is definitely hiding. I think there's even a picture of him circulating on social media of him in a fetus position. I assume it's a trafficked photo. But in general, I think that's pretty much how he's feeling. Imagine as he hears more and more, people start to talk. Tractors have joined the convoy. It's a beautiful thing. Farmers. Christy, are you going to join? Some Americans actually joined with their convoy with their tractors. How awesome would that be? 10-4, Tony Rooks. Let me scroll down here. Ed, how's it going? Yes, sir, man. I'm proud of all of us here in Canada. Damn right. And you, brother. And that's how it is, man. I wish I was closer to the auto route. I am close, but to the auto route that changes to go towards, I'd have to go down to Rigo, I guess, exit to be able to catch some of the truckers. But I still tend to think, well, if I went even here, the 40, the 20, there was trucks going by them, both auto routes, they said, in the past 5 days. But the convoy in reality is going to join the 401, going to head up to Ottawa. Don't ask me where it is. Okay. I've been there before. I just don't remember anymore. I've been there in ages. Was there once for some reason. I think for an MK Ultra interview or something like that with Justin Trudeau. What the hell is going on? Justin Trudeau is destroying Canada, but he said that it's the convoy that's destroying Canada. It's disgusting. Hey, Ed, how do you feel being a fringe minority? It's a little harsh, eh? That's what they're calling us. Hey, had to add that. It was so Canadian. That's what I was going to do a video. Okay, so here's what's going on, eh? We got some Canadian truckers, eh? And they want to go down, eh, to Ottawa, eh? So what's going to happen, eh? We're bringing all our hockey sticks and pucks. There's a bunch of arenas on the way. We're going to pull over, eh, and play some like some net shots and stuff to get us really going and stuff. And I wanted to do a funny video about it, but it's actually not a funny. It's a good time to be alive, but I don't know. The mentality of people are. I even heard one of the neighbors say, "Oh, can you see all those horrible truckers?" I was like, "What the hell is wrong with people?" With their oxygen mask, oh, those truckers. I mean, these people are the ones that try to get 6, 7 jabs too. A collection of it. Makes me laugh. Nothing wrong with people that want the J, but they should do it, out of their own choice. My body, my choice. Victor Vic, hello to you, brother. Yeah, it was awesome, Tony, that light capture. Scrolling down. Michael Krampets Jr., how's it going? Hey, Bruce, how are you doing, buddy? If you practice safe tactics, you can stay safe. Absolutely. That's what we got to do. Always safe tactics. We have to do that. But just the peaceful protesting should be enough, because we're blocking the hell out of the roads. So it's funny. Ça va super bien, Victor. Merci, mon frère. This Stats is in the house. Hey, Glenn Todd. Y'all keep on fighting back. The world is watching. Glenn, thank you very much. Love you, bro. Thanks a lot, you guys. See a lot of support in a lot of different countries. A lot of things that occurred in the States that I wished Canada had done, to stand up against certain things, but maybe it's starting to grow on us all. So that's a good thing. But it's going to get worse. And honestly, I'm really wondering if I should go up there with a tent or not. This is like Ottawa stock, like Woodstock. Same thing. The Stats, how are you? Greetings, welcome to Bruce's All. Fellow Skywatchers, thank you for sharing your time with us today. Absolutely, I absolutely appreciate that. Please give Bruce a thumbs up. Great, always appreciated, my friends. Participate and enjoy Bruce, Kazoo, and the mods. Darn it, I still didn't strip down Kazoo yet. Sounds bad, but that's what I have to do, is strip down Kazoo. Oh, didn't turn on my son's alien head. I enjoy the little things in life. Thank you so much, Shauna. I really appreciate that. There's one missing, because it's right over there in the other wall. Darla made two beautiful ones. That's one of Darla's right there. And that one's from the CE5 Circle channel. It's Simon. He made one for me. He made one for another channel, or two or three. And he drew that freehand. It's of Skinny Bob. So it has a lot to do, with my Area 51 sign, no entry. I got him up all over my fence and back. People are like, when I was young, I used to appreciate the neighbors and the people that were a bit eccentric and weird. And when I look back at the people I've known, people I've hung out with, I like weird people. When I say weird, eccentric people. That's not weird. Maureen, Freedom for Canada. Thank you very much, Maureen. Yes, and for all of you, and no matter what country you are in, whether you are for or against the V, you should be against the mandate. So, because that's suppression. We have to agree with that for sure. Fat Belly, why do you look at me when you say that? He won't care. I know. You're damn right about it. If you're talking about Trudeau, and I assume you are, he won't care, but he's going to have to, because I know Canadians, and we don't stand up for nothing. And when we do, it's because we're sure that we're going to be able to stand up and then sit down, everything will be back to normal, because they're not going to stop anything like that. And if they keep it up, everybody knows there'll be attacks. I'm not going to get into that, but I'm not going to hide it there. They're worried about terrorists. They're so stupid to think that they can suppress people like this for a long time. I'm afraid myself what's going to go on around. I'm like, oh crap, this is going to hit. Shit's going to hit the fan. Even though they say that it's us, the domestic terrorists, who gives a crap? Let them say what they want. Is it trying to make it violent, but it's not violent? Absolutely. The news are saying it's going to be excessively violent. It's going to be bad. It's going to, and now, you know what they're saying in the Canadian news? Shame on you. They're saying that now everything you guys ordered in your grocery store is going to be late. Everything you guys ordered, at the stores, or you got an order coming in from the post, and well, it's all the trucks are going to be backed up. It's not true. And if it is, that's how it has to be. Yes, it's going to be backed up. 70 kilometers long, and I'm pretty sure it's going to get to 100 kilometers long, if not already, for sure. And so that means once they get into Ottawa, around the Parliament, there'll be no more room for the trucks to come in anymore. So it's going to be that long tail, serpent's tail, long tail, right? On the highway. It's going to block all the traffic, and they're going to deliberately block the traffic. I think they should block off all highways. I think everyone should call in their boss tomorrow. Sorry, can't go in because the highways are blocked. And the government's going to have to compensate the people for not going to work. It'd be nice. Not going to happen. Peace messenger. Hi, Bruce and friends from Germany. Many here are supporting you guys with prayers. We love you guys so much for that. Germany, thank you so much for that. That's amazing. We need the prayers. Definitely. I'm so worried about Canada. It's a beautiful thing seeing the people come together, though. Ralph Winter, good to see what's going on in Canada. It really is, brother. Yeah, it's a good thing, because it's going to bring a stop to the mandate, because nobody's leaving. Final point. The truckers have their last say. That's what's going to happen. There's a lot of people there. Oh, a lot of people here, actually. Hey, Bruce, good to see you. A lot going on in Canada, Ottawa. It's incredible right now. Just watched the live stream from there. Amazing. 10-4, good buddies. Yes. And this is the thing. They all have CBs and everything. Hey, Bern. They all have CBs and everything, so they can communicate. They know when something's going on. Greg says, I think that fringe narrative is pretty much a joke at this point. Yes, because the fringe minority became the overall average. I mean, there's a lot of people there. If 125,000 truckers consist of all the trucks that go from Canada to the US, and there's already 50,000 on their way to the parliament, it's going to be a lot of action there. Teresa, be kind. Turdo, I love it. Is afraid of testing negative. Yes. Oh, of course he is. He'll give himself another jab to be sure. Hey, Kimberly. Yes, Kimberly, welcome and thanks also for connecting and leaving the messages. Well, the comments, I mean, sorry. Thanks again, Dennis. Truth Mirage is in the house. The fringe minority. Love you. We aren't the minority. We are the majority. I love hearing that, Beth. And it's absolutely true. Look at the little alien man in the corner. You like him, eh? My little pajama. He's got his little elf squad pajama. That's a pajama that I'm going to take off and send to Ace of Space, a troll channel. Oh, never-ending troll channel. Ace of Space. I'll tell you what, if I had a hairpiece, and I had the hands the size of a soap bar, I would be upset too when you think of it. He has 5 fingers, so I did check. Trucker Convoy is amazing. Love the stats. It is amazing. Even if you're not from Canada, guys, it brought tears to my eyes because the people are authentically really happy. And there's not many occasions where the crowd gathers together. There's always occasions where there's a crowd where people come on land in their little pockets. But now everyone was side by side, holding up signs like "Thank you to the truckers, we love you" and stuff like that. But you know what? It's priming the hell out of the truckers. Imagine one trucker said, he goes, my arm is tired. He goes, I'm tired of blowing the horn at the people at every bloody overpass. Unveed here too in the control group. K-Wood, right on. And like I said, the way I said it at least is not evasive to anyone. People that have the V, it's not a problem. I don't hide that I learned a lot of info about the Vs and what's in them. It's not consumable for human consumption. And we have the head of everything medicine that told us that. And they all got fired and they started disappearing and then everything changed. But they spoke out about what was in that. It's not good for us. My family, my wife's family are all truckers, and they are talking about getting together. Nelson Dar, that's amazing. See, this is what I was assuming. There's a lot of truckers that are still, when they see that Saturday, Sunday, Monday, there's still truckers there at the Parliament. More truckers should definitely go down. I was hoping for bus companies to go down, school buses to go down, everyone, all the plows that go down, tractors if we have to go down. I don't think it'll be a long convoy, but in reality, not that long. Get down to Ottawa. But it's a beautiful thing to see. And I thank each and every one of you that are truckers doing so. Beautiful thing. Thank you, Teresa. Be kind. Yeah, because I'm sick and tired of the mandates. I want to stop. If not, I will begin protesting peacefully. I will get informed on my legal rights, informing groups of people that can protest with me, and will cause a lot of disturbances in Montreal on the sidewalks just by visual disturbance. Not talking about no, just visual disturbances. They're terrified of the fringe. Yes, we have to change the definitions of fringe. Yeah, more like wrath. I think that's maybe something like that. Oh, they're afraid. All right. I mean, think of it. We don't know what's in any of those trucks. Could be lots in the trucks. They have plenty of room to bring down fruits, vegetables, and all the food they have. There'll be people in restaurants, people going to bring them foods and selling things there to them for sure. I'm positive, probably even be free. Their money was taken from them, $5 million, and now I heard it was $6 million raised, or they kept $1 million. I could be mistaken by a million, but apparently they're holding back some of the money for those truckers. They raised many millions of dollars, a couple millions of dollars in the past couple of days, and truckers are doing it. Truckers from all the world. I told you guys in Brazil, truckers in Brazil are doing the convoy. It's awesome. See, Divine Sorcerer. Thanks, man. Divine Sorcerer, retired trucker, makes them happy. Absolutely. And you would have had to do the same. Some of you had your, not everybody knows it, but whether you're a broker or not, or you're working for one, a lot of people own their trucks that are truckers, and they have to pay for their own gas, pay their own repairs, pay for their, when you're headed up to California, and you're leaving Montreal, what are your chances of getting the flat? They're high. You have to know the roads and stuff. But it is a beautiful thing to see the truckers doing that. I think it's absolutely incredible. I wanted to call it the Canadian Convoy, the live stream, and talk just about that and have some bells and stuff, because I'm so upset not to be able to be there. Like, how can I say? I can't stand up to the government. I can just sit here and bitch on excuse the expression, on social media. I'd love to be at the parliament and have, but not everyone can do that. Everyone's working. Everyone needs, money, needs a car or whatever to get up or whatnot. But it's true, But all the support, those overpasses are filling up with friggin' heaps of people. Thanks again, Nelson Dark. Yeah, that was a good one. Let me scroll down here because I always Dragon. Did I see Dragon there? Hello, if I did. Denis Adams. Bonjour, mon frère. How's it going, Denis? Head speech 2020. Oh, yes. It's add a 2022 on that. Yes, let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. He's getting worse, eh, Brandon? Brandon is losing it. I marched in the mandate of freedom in Minnesota. Good for you. Love you for it, Beth. Hats off to you. 10-mile a walk to the governor's mansion. Love these rallies. Yes, and it's awesome that people support them, because it really does mean something. Del Bigtree spoke on. Oh, wow. Just getting to know. I know so many people in the States and what's going on in the States, because me, for one, I know that there are countries that rule the entire world and other countries. I've always followed what the States have been doing, what Russia says, what China does is always bull crap, eh? I believe it, Fat Belly. Biden won't be around by 2023 because that's what they're talking about, the impeachment. But you know what? Seriously, I'm not just talking through my hat. They actually have enough on Biden to impeach him with, just with the 2020 election. You see him? What an ass. Did you see what he called the Fox News reporter? I can't even say it here. Actually, I'll do the abbreviation. What a stupid question. You're what a stupid SOB. That's what he said. But he didn't say SOB. He said son of a, literally, to the Fox News guy, the blonde guy with his hair all combed sideways. He was all like, sir, very professional. And Biden's like, what a son of a, okay. I don't believe that rocket is out of control. It's on the, hey, Kai, I believe that myself. And even the Russian one, I believe it's testing. We saw that Russian rocket that was supposed to re-enter in the ocean, which apparently they declared that it did before getting towards the States. It was in the ocean between, I guess, Australia and the States. It traveled around the world. It traveled to countries, to China, Japan, going all over the place, and then crashes down into the ocean. There's something going on doing tests. The 5G is bothering me. and on Tuesday here in Denmark. Yes, I absolutely heard, Alan. That is good news. And Denmark also on the list now as being the first European country to end the mandate. So happy for you guys. We have to encourage ourselves like this. The UK, they're taking them down. We know that someone here from the UK told me, though, careful, Bruce, they're not down completely. I get it. But still, we're going towards the good ways, how I look at it. Marine, Biden hired federal contractors to do this immigration settlement. Yes, and Florida Governor DeSantis is fighting back and making it illegal in Florida. Yes, it's a good thing he's doing so, Maureen. It's horrible. I saw the video a while back before it was on the news, which is always sad that we can see a month, almost 2 months ahead of time sometimes some stuff from coming out. It was on Fox News now and on a bunch of news medias where they showed the two guys, one from Homeland Security, another agent, CIA, whatever, whoever it is, federal, I guess, as you said, talking about, why they're doing this, right? Well, you guys, yeah, why? Well, because of, why, right? So they got caught talking. And he even said, he goes, that's not part of my, that's over my payload. It's not, that's over my payload is exactly what he said, word for word. So they know that it would mean that they are destroying lied to the American people. That's how it finished off that video, that leaked video, which we're going to be talking about it a long time. Love you all. I work tonight, so might not be able to get on later. 10-4, good buddy. See you later, rubber ducky. Beth, no, yes, I love you. And thank you so much for the generous contributions. And I hope you have an amazing evening at work. Thanks so much, Beth. Hold up, Bruce. Been a while, buddy. Hey, Robert Hammond, thank you very much. Your abundance of knowledge never ceases to amaze me. Thanks a lot, man. Hope all is well with you. Keeping it real here in California. Hey, take care. I love you guys down in California. Thanks, man. Really appreciate this. This is a world event, not just Canada. As I said, yep. Thank you, Canadians and truckers, for standing up for all humans on the planet. Stand strong. Yes, and already American truckers already going down to the convoy since yesterday. It was planned even days before that. 2 or 3 convoys. Again, Kentucky, Washington State. I hope I'm not mistaken. And there was that other place, which I'm not sure it was Virginia or not. But still, 3 convoys going down. More convoys leaving Quebec. Lots of them this morning. 7 or 8 of them. Different towns. Beautiful. Thanks for your comment. Thank you very much, my friend. Is this real that last year in May, August, there was no night? Oh, for me, I did not see any of that, man. Hey, thanks for asking me that. The other night, I literally saw a light in the sky. And I even talked about somebody about the possibility of it being the clouds when they get brighter. But the problem is the light was coming from downwards and not from the moon. So, no, I absolutely believe that it could happen. But I confirmed that I didn't see it here. You know what I did see? It was just that was really amazing. One evening where it was extremely bright, but not bright enough to say it was daytime. So I didn't notice much of that. I haven't experienced that at all here in my whole time living. And I'm documenting everything that I've been seeing, and I'm being honest. But again, the other night it was morning and it was daytime for the first or second time in my entire life. I have noticed that happen. That was scary as hell. Seeing the sun come up. It was a sun or something bright, and you could even see the orange, which look it up why the sun is orange in the morning as it's rising. It's literally a sunrise. That it looked like a sunrise that I was witnessing. Oh, absolutely would have been stopped these long time ago for sure. It's the same scripts trying to be played out. Yep, all over the world. You said it. You just said it. It's like a false flag, but that the whole world tried to join into. It was never about health. It was always about control. Yes. Love to all. We are one and we deserve unity and freedom. Thank you so much, Kaywood, for that, you guys. Definitely. There's Dragon's Age. I'm sure there will be false flags, you see. RCMP. Yes, you hit it on the nose there pretty much. Infiltration, I believe that, to discredit the movement to freedom. Yes, Dragon Sage, my goodness, you must be from Canada to know that. And unfortunately, that's how it is. Back in the days, people used to buy their drugs from them. Yep. And I'm not saying they're all corrupt, but we're not going to hide this. You know what's going on. It's that the elites have control of them. Therefore, thus, the elites control the world. When police and military stand up to the tyranny, that's when all hell is going to break loose. And then they're going to have to think of something else. And then whatever, whether they want to finish us off with a frequency to kill us, I highly doubt they could get rid of us because they actually need us. Yep, definitely, Greg. It's all going to happen. We saw it in the States. Wasn't it horrible in the States? FBI, CIA, all these people. I mean, listen, before the C started and the V's, okay, a couple of days before, maybe a week or two before, something came out where they said they were dismantling the CIA, literally dismantling the CIA. There's a lot of subdivisions in associations. So when somebody says, oh, let's go to the CIA, well, you have a shitload of branches all over the States and all over the world, even in Arab countries. The CIA is there. They're implanted. They're everywhere, right? So they are the ones that are running the world. And they control the military. They control the police and everything. You know, they control politics, and that's how it is. It pisses me off, but you know, unless people stand up, nothing's going to happen. Oh, you think so, Michael Krampitz? Leave Biden out of this. He's president, dude. You know what? They were both dangerous, but you know what? Trump did things legally. Biden is a racist SOB. He likes calling people sons of bitches. He's a shit stain. Probably the dirtiest one in any pants I've ever seen. That's what Biden did. Biden, way back, did you not see him talking in the Senate, standing up in front of Congress, saying that he wanted to put the black people back in chains? I'm not going to hide that this prick is a racist. Nobody voted for Biden. Biden is, I'll say like Elon Musk, is a wet, soggy, I'm going to add that, sock bucket. A sock puppet. That's all he is. Little sock going like that, you know. Off to get some ice cream back from getting some ice cream, you know. But the thing is, Michael Krampitz, it's all about making people fight and stuff like that. Use your common sense. I'm Canadian. I'm not even American. Okay. And Trump, okay, nobody can bitch about what he did. He didn't do anything illegal. They audited the shit out of him. All his files, all his tax returns, they were all investigated. CIA, FBI, everyone was investigating them, right? They had fuck all on him. Trump didn't do anything bad. Trump's arrogant, maybe? Sure. Okay. But in general, the ideal was he was down to earth, you know? Maybe he did some bad things. Hey, when he stole our masks, I was pissed. The M95 masks. We didn't have any masks here in Canada. But did he necessarily go and rip them from Canada? Probably not. He's probably worried and having a hard time getting them. I'm Canadian and I'm still not pissed at him for having done that. You know why? Because I look at all the other presidents, you know, and he put children in cages, Michael. Okay. He put children in cages at the freaking border. Think of it. Okay. And that's Obamacare. Obama started the cages. Obama and Big Mike were in charge of the cages. It's all a big freak show all around the world, all around the world. Everyone who's running the countries, it's all a big freak show. Imagine looking back in 2021 and 2022 and seeing the pictures of Trudeau, seeing the picture with maybe Castro in the background of him, since he's Castro's son. For those of you who don't know, Fidel Castro's his dad. Do you know that? Do I have any proof? Doesn't matter. I don't like him. I've seen the pictures. You got to look that up, guys. That's something hilarious. Fidel Castro, you know. But he brought in the mandate. He brought in the weed to Quebec. Trudeau. He had to because his mother smokes joints. So that was done. That was okay. Maybe if his mother would have been against the masks, he would have not done the mandate. But he's in meditation for 5 days, let's say. I wonder what beach he's on. I wonder where they sent him to. Yeah, you said it, Andrew. Even Elon Musk supports it. And he says, go Canadian truckers. And when he says that, go Canadian truckers. So, it's not just the Canadian truckers doing this, it's everyone around the world. But the Canadian Convoy started it, and that's cool. I'm proud of it. And we're going straight up to the Parliament. If you think it's not as dangerous going to the Parliament as it is to go to the Capitol, like they did on January 6th, it's going to be the same damn thing. Okay. You won't see American military there. You're going to see Canadian military there. The Army will be there, a couple of helicopters. There'll be an area where the trucks won't be allowed to park because the helicopters will be landing there. Wouldn't be surprised if they're going to build a wall around the Parliament. But yeah, Michael, I respect your opinion, brother. I think a lot of people hated both of them, but if I had to choose between one or the other, I would definitely choose Trump. He's naive and on the side of the V's. He doesn't know there's poison. Either he's following the agenda or he's just really innocently not knowing about it. Alex Jones tried to did reach him and mention that to him. So we don't know where he is on that. Of course, he's being very careful, which is understandable, but still. Biden, biggest shit stain any pants ever had. Oh, yeah, it's going to be ringing loud. Damn right, Kellen. Thank you for letting me know that. Yeah, and I've been watching him for about 2 days, talking about it, a day and a half, saying that they're going to start a convoy and that there's a possibility of 2 other convoys from the States. And they're literally going to go to the border, even though they can't cross over the border. And he said, we're literally going to. It was funny, Kellen, because one of the truckers said, this is a 20, 30-year-old trucker, 20 or 30 year. The guy's been there for 20, 30 years, not a 20, 30-year-old trucker. And he says, we'll be yelling F you Biden on one side, and they'll be yelling F you Trudeau on the other side. But he says, with all due respect to the Canadian buses, the Canadian truckers, they are going to be there for support for Canada. It doesn't give them anything you think. Well, it does. It gives them a lot, but still, they're going all out of their way, the American truckers, to come to the border, and we won't even be able to cross over and see them. They won't even be able to be met because they're unvied. Maybe fireworks will be thrown. Like during war times, 2 pockets of fighters trying to say Merry Christmas to each other and on the 24th in the evening, maybe trying to get a message across. Feels like that. That's how it feels like. It feels like we're really primitive. I saw the water cannon spraying people, white people. And then I just went into this trance. I went back to Martin Luther King's beautiful rallies that he did to get freedom for, let me tell you, not only the blacks, because seeing black people do that, it probably made all the white people there too, and everyone in the world, no matter what their race, say, fight for your color, no matter what the hell color you have. That was because of him. And many other people. I know he's not the only one that lives around here, but I'm not going to do like Biden putting a MLK down. What an ass. Yeah, Michael? This guy has a big problem. Getting rid of all the statues because he said it was slaves that made America. Well, whether we like it or not, it was part of the heritage of each of our countries, no matter who was a slave or not. We had them here too in Canada, the idiot elite rulers. But anyways, I'm getting off track, am I not? Went to Festival de Bonhomme 1 year and froze. Oh yeah, Festival Bonhomme. Yes. Going way back. Oh, thank you very much. Regis Weishwig, thank you, brother. Love you, man, so much. Hang in there, bro. I'm still here, man. It's cold, but I'm still here. Thank you, Regis, so much, man. I appreciate that. Electric Angel, but it's not just in America. Yeah, it's right, Electric Angel. It's everywhere. I know everything is going on everywhere, but not everyone's awake. And sometimes in the news, things come out, but you're right about that, Electric Angel. Definitely. Thanks again, Regis. Thanks, everyone. You said it, Teresa, be kind. And we really see that when people start traveling around, eh? We saw the people at the last protests anyways, no matter where they are, looking at them, even in France. France are going through hell too. Lots going on in France. En France, ben de la merde qui arrive en France. Lots going on there. Kellen, thanks for being here, my friend, for the ongoing support, you guys and gals. Convoy freedom. Yes. Canada. And we're not leaving. They're not going to leave until the vaccines are down. That's it. We're there, and it's going to bring the vaccines down in a couple of days. And if not, well, all hell, something's going to happen. Maybe, right? Are we going to hide it? The people are, you think 50,000 truckers are going to go there and say, well, we tried, drive back? Not going to happen. Maybe they'll leave their trailers there. Leave their trailers there filled with hay and poop. That's a good idea, actually. What was that farmer? Was it in the States? Went up to the federal bank or something and went and sprayed poop in the door with the tractor. You know, those are statements people make, you know. When somebody goes upstairs and stuff and has rifles and stuff and gets in and infiltrates, it's a no-no. We can't use guns. We can't do it, guys. It's not going to solve anything, you know, because if not, it's just back and forth all the time with the gun thing. But do I believe in people protecting themselves? Of course. Thank you, trolls. Thank you, mods, for getting the trolls, is what I wanted to say. Regis, thank you so much, brother, for the generous contributions, man, and the support over the years of this channel. I hope you're doing well, man. Hang in there. Good news. The mandates everywhere are going to be taken down, but I think it's just a matter of a little bit of time. No, I'm scratching back there. Just a matter of a little bit of time, I think, so things get into order. You said it. I am Kai. Thanks again, Regis. That's me. I'm an Americanian. Definitely. My brother does a Canada run and is on his way there now. Wow. So you mean like a Canada run? So you mean like for work, right? He's going to do his run to Canada and come back. Oh my goodness, dude. Like, I don't know what I'd appreciate you coming back. Anyways, leaving a comment a couple of days if you get any information about what he's seeing with the traffic. I'm really curious. Yes, Space Pirates KM. I'm really curious about what's going to happen with the traffic if the truckers that are working now are going to be able to get through either way, because there is a lot of blocking the roads. That's the ideal of all of this, eh? Yay, Denmark, for sure. Trades would be kind. Martin, good evening. Thank you very much. Love you guys. It's not for human consumption, Michael. I don't know if you're being serious or want to play me or want me to speak, but like I said, the V's are to kill over a long period of time. In 6 years, the deaths will come out. It's to depopulate the earth. Fauci did that through subdivisions and paying Wuhan lab. China invented it. They're mad. They don't want people. They don't want it to come out. But that's what it is. You don't get VE'd because it'll kill you. Wake up, numbnuts. If that's a serious question you're asking, you know what, Michael? I'll ask you, what's in it? You can't even tell me. How stupid is that? You can't tell me what you put in your arm. That's retarded. It's like going to a restaurant and you're hearing an animal in the background. Now, even though it sounds like a pig, it's not a pig. And he's not going to tell you what it is. You're going to eat it. Good for you. I'm not going to eat it. Richard, Ripper the UFO will shoot it down, mate. Michael's here. Greetings from NYC, New York. Big supporters from New York. Got a lot of brothers and sisters down in New York. Frozen in Oregon. Christie's just still cold, eh? What's the temps here right now, actually? Nick Mayhem. Love sent out at Commercial Darlama. Thank you, guys. What's the temperatures here? Let me check real quickly. Thanks to all new subscribers. Subscribers got knocked down again this morning, I think 20 or 30. Be sure to check that you are subscribed. And if not, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to the channel if and only you appreciate My research. I'm just going to see the temperatures here. Christy says it's freezing in Oregon. And it doesn't open up. Isn't that weird? I got too much energy. Come on. There we go. I had that problem being too close to the screen. It does that to me all the time. I'm looking for the temperature here. Oh, okay. Well, hey, it's minus 22, Christy. Oh, warm weather arrives for the province of Quebec with some very bad news. Never like seeing that. Let me see. Hope you guys aren't hearing the volume. Let me just see. I'm curious. I was going to say, don't you hate commercials? But, I got them too. I just want to see what they're saying about the bad news. I want to be able to share it with you.
Au-dessus du point de congélation. Alors, une période sans redout qui aura duré plus d'une vingtaine de journées. Donc, on a connu des périodes plus longues par le passé, mais celle-ci a été quand même bien pénible avec des températures vraiment très basses.
And that was boring. So let's never mind that. Matt Smedley, one-handed gaming review. Please turn your volume up. I can't turn the volume up any further this end. Actually, I'm full blast. I would have to even almost turn it down a little bit. Let me check the main volume, my friend. Yeah, it should be okay. All I can do is maybe put it up here. Excuse me. How's that cough coming in? You hear it loudly? That's the best I can do. Sorry about that. If anyone has any problems with the volume, I can't change it any more than that on my end. Let me go all the way down here. Now I can catch up to what everyone's saying. Thanks, guys, for generous contributions. Trudeau is member of Young Global Leaders of World Economic Forum. Damn right. And you can be sure he was at the Bilderberg meeting. Their master, Klaus Schwab, is a Rothschild. Interesting. Klaus Schwab could be a Rothschild. But you know why? Because the Rothschilds are German. Nobody knows it. They're not British and they're not English. That's the worst of it, right? The Queen's father was a Nazi member. Okay, part of the SS. It's not something I'm making up. There's pictures. You can look them up, pictures, and you see them there. Why is that hush hush? People talk about the Masons. Ooh, Masons. Ooh. Like Russell Peters. Ooh, the Masons. Anyways, the Grand Poobah was one of the Queen's sons. Not necessarily Elizabeth, but Victoria or whatnot before that. The son, the king, which king liked the boats, the sailboats? He was Grand Master. He was the Grand Poobah and founder of the Masons. And everyone talks about, Masons, Illuminati's from Bolivia, and then, or was it Bulgaria? Bolivia, I think. And then, whether it be that or not, it's just still just a bunch of stuff they're saying when you think of it. Proud of Canadians. Everyone needs to stand up for their freedoms. Absolutely. And in a very positive way and legal way and peaceful way, you stand up, you say no. If you don't want to be V'd, you do not get V'd, But here's the thing. Now that they're suppressing us from actually going to get food and sorry, not food. They haven't stopped me yet for that. That would do me some good, actually. Maybe I'd lose some weight. Trudeau's on his period. Yes, he's on his last period, I think. Definitely. GoFundMe froze the funds. That's so illegal. Yes, Greg, that's what they did to me. I got a beautiful contribution. Actually, it just so happens, wow, it was Regis had given me a beautiful contribution, as he always does, on the GoFundMe, and they closed me down and they sent the money back to all the people because they it was too odd that somebody would receive a high amount or something like that. So GoFundMe took the initiative to close down my GoFundMe page. So it's the government that owns that, obviously, and anyone that's doing money, anyone that's doing something to raise money or funds to do something that could expose or harm the government, maybe they're going to maybe be discouraged by it and try to take you down. So Oliver Klein, thanks for being here. Time to go back to tribalism and clans. You said it. And taking care of ourselves and getting the gov out of our lives. Glenn, you're absolutely right about that, brother. We don't need the government to survive. Elon Musk even said it, and a bunch of other people said that. We together can form our own societies and protect ourselves and have our own plans and get our own satellites and shit up in the sky, just like they're doing. Same thing. The elites are us, don't forget. It was formed on us. Some people got in there. The bloodline. That's the problem. Forced disclosure. Thank you so much. Here's a tall can when the shit blows over, brother. SoCal up in here. Hey, Southern California up in here. I appreciate that. Love you. Forced disclosure. 818. You guys can check them out too. I appreciate that. Yes, truth is coming. You said it, Victor. Beer time, bro, parce que la vérité s'en vient, man. Va être fini le niaisage avec les mandats. Mais le problème, ici au Canada, man, c'est des truckers partout. Truckers everywhere. That's at 119. I'm still. Thank you, Julie. Thanks, you guys. Hey, Jaybird's in the house. Another person in the video from talked remote viewing algae on the moon. Interesting. I believe in remote viewing. I've experienced it. So that's it. So they didn't give them the $5 million. Thank you, Marilyn. So they gave them only $1 million and they froze the rest of the SOBs. Oh, wow, Darla. Thank you. Didn't know there was. Is Tijuana in the house? Awesome. You said it, John Black. Thanks, Marilyn. You said it, John Black. I don't know what's real anymore. Bruce, the rabbit hole never ends. It's true. And now the problem is that we're all over the friggin' rabbit hole. We're falling in. Feet are falling in. Some are crawling in, crawling out. We don't know whether to go in or not. But it's going to change. Go freeze me. Yeah, instead of fund me, it's so cold here. Go freeze me. Yeah, about 5 million. You're right on, Beth. Let me scroll down here. Hey, evening, Schlubelmeister. Joe Brown. Hey, good to see you, man. I was wondering if hear about Rap the News. He passed away. To hear about Rap the News. He passed away a couple of weeks ago. He was really into Planet Action. Sorry to hear about that, Joe Brown. And if it was a channel you were following, it's horrible to hear about it. Sorry about that if you did know him well. Thanks for taking the time to stop by the channel, man. The news he passed. No, I did not hear about it, my friend. Richard Crooks. Bruce, how far are you from the telescope upgrade? Telescope upgrade? Definitely probably next year. You know, things are going very well. And if not, probably very, very close to next year, something like that. But don't forget, as we go ahead, next year, maybe in a year, I will be updating also the infrared. Like before even touching that money there, I'm going to invest a lot of money in going to get a 3rd gen infrared camera. So I have several cameras here. But yeah, it's a guess I'm taking, Richard, about the upgrade, because the support here is amazing. Sometimes it goes up faster. Sometimes it doesn't. But you know what? I never, ever, 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 ever grab that link and plaster it here on the stream. And the only reason why I did that, there's nothing wrong with it. People do work. They're allowed asking for certain money or help or whatever. It's like the guy that buys a stove. One store is going to sell the stove $10,000. The other one's going to sell it $5,000. You're going to go to the store that sells it $5,000. Depends. Maybe you'll go to the store that sells it $10,000 because of the reputation of the store. But anyways, I'm getting off track. Am I not? It should be soon. And if not, like I said, I will be investing first in the infrared to get that up too. And I'll also be investing in a better camera to experience getting the planets also. Right now, that there's a living being that's on the moon, or there's activity of beings going to the moon. I'm crossing my fingers that they're definitely going to talk about it. I hope. Hey, that sun is still out. I still can't believe it, because I am going to get the sun also today. It was very aggressive, by the way. Expect to see some, Christy, some more cold weather. And if you're expecting, excuse me, hiccups again. If you're expecting snow in your end, well, expect to get a lot of snow. Snowing here in New Jersey, 10 inches expected. See? And it's like that. If the sun would not be aggressive, you wouldn't get those 10 inches. Very concerning about the heat that is developing on the surface here for climate change. And there's a lot of discussion and misinterpretation, I think, including me. People, we misinterpret certain things when we talk about climate change. A lot of people tell me, Bruce, climate change doesn't exist. Well, it's because you got to add a couple more words when you say it. You can say it doesn't exist because I believe it's manipulated and that they're causing it to get hotter. But it's still getting hotter, though. So it's occurring. So unless you think it's a manipulation or not, we're at 1.1 degrees, guys. We're supposed to go up to 3-4 degrees. And when we do, can we assume that the storms will be 3-4 times as bad? You know, flipping over, shifting, the planet shifting. I did the researching, and I keep researching all the time. And it's not easy researching something. It really isn't easy researching something because there's so much bullcrap information out there. But NASA and scientists do tell us, when you look at what they're talking about, the flipping over of a polarized north or south of a celestial object, how it flips over. They're saying that now we're flipping over, in theory, could be from the ice age 43,000 years ago. So what do they mean by that? You know, and they said that one of them said there's 1,718,000 years ago, which they knew that, right? The shift lasted 22,000 years. So what are we to expect with the shift? Is it something that's going to happen in a day? No. Maybe we're at the end of the shift now, which has been occurring for the past 100 or 200 or 300, 400 years. And now we're seeing all the earthquakes and, I don't know. It's weird. Hope GoFundMe gets sued out of business. Yeah, same here, Greg. And the management goes to jail for theft, along with the ones for the crime for humanity. Yeah, Greg, they're talking about arresting all these people. I got a family member and a friend reading books that are talking about some of these elites. And in the past, like years ago, they were killing people and animals and experimenting with them, like Fauci, the bugger. Unfortunate. Oh, wow, Dragon Sage, that could guess. I can't complain about our weather. That's it. Another good thing is that there's going to be some good stuff occurring for us before it gets bad in the weather. A lot of areas in the world will be in heaven because they're going to say, wow, beautiful warm weather. And guess what? The weather station told me, don't be upset, but the cold weather that we're experiencing right now may never come back. It might start to degrade. I feel like saying, you said that 3 years ago, but I hope so. Bring on the palm trees is what I say. Thank you very much, AQC. Thanks. X-Ray Man 123. Did I miss the good stuff? Nah. Or probably. What is it? 122? Yeah, probably. We're just, talking about the Canadian convoy. Not even talking about what's going on in space. But in reality, the moon's inhabited. The 3 branches of military say, oh, lights come from I don't know where. It could be an adversarial country. Could be China or Russia that are advanced in the UFO technology that is, or defense that is more advanced than the Americans. The Americans are like, wow, we lost our place on the stand. We're down in 2nd or 3rd place. I think it's more like 4th or 5th because India, the Philippines just bought a defense system for $340 million. And they bought it from, this was patented by India and Russia, actually. So you're like, wait a minute, India and Russia patent a defense system and sell it to the Philippines. Why do you think? Who's going to maybe cause trouble to the Philippines? China, right? China is trying to take over the world. Well, boycott China. That's how it is. The government, we can't buy from China anymore. If they're going to ruin us like that, we got to stop buying from them altogether. I stopped anyways. That was my thing. Don't care what others do. Release 1 million for fuel. So they have like a parent, I am Kai. They have like a guide. Oh, we'll give them $1 million. They're going to make them ask for money. Because here's the thing: somebody with $5 million in their hand are dangerous people. The fundraiser, when we had got to the first fundraiser, we raised $10,000 or $11,000. And I went to change the check. They froze the check for several days. They did an investigation on where the money came from, if the check was legitimate. They checked to see my rap sheet. Like, listen, they check. It's not, we don't live in a free country whatsoever. I had, for me to have had a hard time to put $10,000 in the bloody bank account there is ridiculous. But that's how it is. We live in a crazy world like that. Us frostbitten Canadian boys are used to it. Yeah, that's true, Dragon Sage. And it's true, the cold is unbearable. You know, like how many times you've been outside working when you're working outside and it's just you haven't felt your feet for the past 6 hours. You start even fidgeting because you're wondering, can I feel them? Still feel them? The cold, I mean, yeah, we really get used to it, you know. It's true. Where's the stream quality is very bad. Just would like to let you know. Oh, listen, no, thank you. Thank you for letting me know that the quality was bad. I actually appreciate that very much because the worst of it is that I'm paying for StreamYard, paying 30, 35 a month or something like that to have access to making streams in a better quality. And that's the bullshit sometimes we get. Soulful, thank you for being here. Let me scroll down. I can't look at the other ones. I got to stop looking at the messages and just scroll down. I can't do that. It's hard for me to do that. Is Gate Smasher here? Hope your back feels better quick. Oh, my brother. Super Dave 44 in the house. You guys must laugh. He said an hour later. Sorry about that, man. Literally an hour later. Wishing you a good day as I am laid up with a back that's out of whack. Wow. Today from all the snow shoveling out. Yeah, take it easy, brothers. More on the way there. Probably for you guys too. We got a storm coming 2,000 kilometers away. Going to drop off at 25, 30 centimeters here. 10-4 rubber ducky. You got that? Break. Come on back. What's your 10-20? We're driving down Castleman on our way to Ottawa. I'm so excited by all the provinces and little towns in the provinces, and some of them I haven't even heard of people going to connect with themselves over there. That's going to create a lot of ties for the people, the truckers and stuff. So you know what that means when shit hits the fan, we got to get our truck license, you know. I guess I'm gone. Oh, I'm back. Trudeau came out from under his desk. Hi, Special. Hope your back feels better quick. Absolutely. Everything okay, QC? You have problems, you let me know. I think the moon could be an artificial structure built to stabilize the Earth's rotation and orbit in the solar system. Dude, you scare me. You know why you scare me? Because I have these thoughts and you say, anyways, I agree. I'll say what I usually say. I agree 100% as one of the most probable theories. The Earth is on its axis. It's where it is because of the sun, and everything is calculated. The moon is in geostationary orbit, like any retired satellite does when it goes out into deep space or whatever and just retires in a satellite. Instead of going around the Earth, it moves with the Earth. The moon is doing that. We have a synchronous, simultaneous rotation. But even though they say it's because of the tides or whatnot, I absolutely believe it. Like the volcanoes here on Earth, the sun decides exactly what's going on. That explosion in Hungatonga, the Hungatonga and Tonga Island in the bottom of the, yes, again, is it the Pacific Sea? Always there. We don't have to move. Right there. area. Very yeah. No, that's not good actually. I'm in the wrong area. Anyways, there it is, China. Right, that's the area. Pacific here. Oh, Japan side. Australia down here. So, big blast in Tonga from a submarine volcano. And then when that happened, hours after, scientists started effing freaking out about the sun, saying we're going into an event that's going to be highly more dangerous than the 1859 Carrington event. Why? Because we didn't have the internet back then. The biggest dangers, I don't know if you've all heard about it. Most of you know, it's the underground cable connections. That is what's dangerous for the solar radiation. And that's maybe not necessarily the solar radiation, but that's what they want to protect. And that's what could go down, you know. So now look at it the way you want. If there are volcanoes in the bottom of the ocean, what if there's a volcanic eruption around where those cable lines are? We are done. We'll be offline without cable for years, without electricity, probably for years. Definitely. That's a good sign, Greg. Same here. No chemtrails here today. And just beautiful sun. Lots of clouds, though. Clouds are forming right over the thing. So yeah, I'm surprised. It's minus 21, and we're feeling like it's almost like summer now, compared to the minus 30, minus 33. Went down to minus 40 the other night with a wind chill factor. That was crazy. Shut. Crazy. Thank you, Carlos. Gate Smasher, hoorah, in the house. Deb, your Bruce greetings from Chile, Saginaw, Michigan. Thank you very much. And not the chili in Italy. There is no chili in Italy. It's Sicily. I was kidding. But yes, Senegal, minus 9 degrees. And is that below the average? Or because minus 9, even minus 9 is cold. But in reality, it's minus 21 here right now, minus 22. It's just too much. Once you start getting under the minus 10 there. Oof. Yeah, no anti-vax. It's anti-mandate freedom. You said it, Beth. 100% agreed. One day I'll move somewhere closer to you, but I'm still in Russia. And when you do, we will have a party, my friend. We will have a party. Definitely. Maybe some vodka. So stereotypical, eh? The guy's like, I don't drink. No, definitely. Whether it be a coffee or a drink or a beer or a gin or a whiskey or whatever the heck we want to have. It would be cool if getting a chance to meet some of you that are across the world would be absolutely amazing, actually. And Russia, I'm sorry. I love my Russians. I love my Russian friends. And I love Russian videos. I love people, their mentality and stuff. I wish I was closer to Russia to get a chance to visit it too. You know, another one on the bucket list that I'd love to go to. Hey, Beetlejuice, welcome. Stuart and Lisa Martin are here. All are doing what is best for themselves. Unfortunately, that's true. And I'm just as much responsible that we do each sometimes our own little thing. I'm speaking out about the moon. My research is for everyone that is religious. I don't know if any of you know that. I think of my grandmother. I said this years back, going every Sunday and contributing so much to the church in every way, both monetarily and with her time, baking, bake sales. You know, some people really spend all their lives helping out the churches and stuff. In reality, I realized that my grandmother was lied to, you know, and everything that's up on the moon, well, if that was to be integrated into religion, it could destroy religion. But let me tell you something. The government paid. Did you know that? Even worse, NASA paid to do some literally they're trying to find out what people think about aliens being integrated in certain cultures and religions. They hired a few priests to go door to door, you know. Maybe it's a Jehovah's Witness or something they hired. That's funny. By the way, when I studied theology when I was young as a hobby, studied with lots of people that were Jehovah's Witnesses, and they take those jokes. They take all the jokes, by the way. Yes, it is. I'm hoping so, Alan. And another thing, Alan, congratulations on your end, guys. It's going to go around the world. When I see you guys be liberated and I see UK starting to be liberated, it's a good sign. It definitely is a good sign. They did also some things here in the States at one point. Remember, for the federal agents, they were going to force them to have the V, and they did not. So that's a good thing. But I'm for everyone that stands up in a civil way, you know. Yeah. Well said, Kellen. Well said, my friend. Yes. I am Kai. That's a good one. I've never entered a Walmart willingly. Orwell's Bud LGB. Yes. Truth is coming. Watch your bank account, and people are not getting paid now. U.S. Biden administration is trying to take your money. Yes, and do you know that as a Canadian, I had to Bridges. Howard, thank you very much. Welcome, North Carolina. Thanks a lot, man. Nice to see you. Love you, bro. Yeah, watch your bank, like you're saying, the account. And something happened on YouTube. Me as a Canadian and a creator with a monetized channel, I had to click something that changed the monetary on my channel, the way money was coming in, and on my channel with certain ads and stuff. And it was the American government that was asking me to do so. But see, I work for the states, right? Look at it the way you want. I'm on YouTube and I'm paid by Google. I work for Google. Look at it the way you want. And that sounds bad, but it's true. And you know, sometimes there's a little problem with the money and exchange with the US and Canadian. Anyways, it's a hell of a knickknack. 3 years Walmart free. That's pretty good, my friend. 3 years Walmart free. Me, I've been doing groceries there for 3 years. So basically, you gotta look for the specials. World Buyers Market, thanks for being here so much. Paul Tucker's in the house from Brighton, United Kingdom. Thanks, my friend. We should all go to both borders and tell the world that they will get should they come. Yes, exactly, Rodney Clark. I agree with that, man. Yes, we should all go down to the borders ourselves. We should all go down with a bunch of, order yourselves 3, 4 large pizzas and just throw that in the back of the car. Order these big jugs of water with little bloody plastic cups and just go with it. Couple rolls of toilet paper and we're off. I'd do it. Definitely. Yes, Super Dave 44. You can all check him out too. Our friend Super Dave. Robert Pierce. Can we stick to UFOs? What do you want to stick in them, bud? No V for me either. There is aluminum. Hey, Robert, never heard of you. Remember Robert Pierce, everyone? Wants us to stick to UFOs. Why aren't you talking about UFOs? I talk about what people talk about, dude. You want to talk about UFOs? Talk about UFOs. The moon's inhabited. What more do you want to know? I'm in a proud Canadian moment. Please stand by, Robert Pierce. Martin, how's it going? No V for me either. There's aluminum in that. Yes, stuff. And they inject you with that. And that is exactly the problems. Poison. That's what they're doing. Favorite word, the Gestapo. Come, I'll just identify as a sentient rock. I'm waiting just for that. By the time they come to the door, that's when things get dangerous. Matter of fact, if anyone comes to my door, block your eyes. A little bit of pepper. You never know. Here I got a lot of bears. A lot of bears out in the woods. So when I go for a walk and take some pictures, I bring the bear spray with me. Maybe I'll see Ace of Space on my walk there. Yeah, he wants the crypto. I know it. Epps. There, you said it, Kellen. You mentioned the name. I thought it was Matt Epps, but you're right. Ray Epps, the only guy filmed inciting January 6th on multiple occasions. Only guy not charged. Seems legit. Yeah, it was not charged, and it turns out that Epps was an agent, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or maybe we don't know yet. They asked him also, is it the FBI or the CIA or Homeland Security? I don't remember anymore. One of the defense departments, I think it was the DOD. They asked if they knew Ray Epps. I hope I'm not mistaken, but it seems to me it was him. And that's the guy who was also interviewed. We got Alex Jones interviewed him, by the way, got him right in his car and asked him why he was there and why his name, because this guy's name was taken off of a list of people that were supposed to be tried or go to court because of the insurrection, as they call it, on January 6th. Very interesting. I don't know about you guys, I thought this was an interesting live stream, some interesting topics, and stick to UFOs. I was going to do like Biden. And son of a bitch. That's what Biden said. So funny. Physical Astronomy channel. You guys do not know my friend Techno Thanks. He has an amazing channel, and as Dollar says, great content, and a friend of the Bruce All community and of me. Love the guy. And Techno Thanks was the name of his channel before. So if you type in Techno Thanks, you may go to it. But Physical Astronomy now, you will definitely find him there. And he talks about the moon. He's been doing this a long time before me with images of NASA and everything in space from Mars to especially, he's the only one I heard talking about stars like Ganymede and all this. He really goes into details, looks at some cool close-up images where I don't know where the heck he got them. And you guys can check them out. Kimberly says, happy Friday to all you beautiful people. Bruce, you see that ball in the sky is sending signals every 18 minutes, and astronomers are spooked, never seen anything like what's your thought, Bruce? My thought is that there's about to be a massive coronal mass ejection. And you know what, guys? I think the sun is going to save us. What would be perfect to get rid of all the sea? Losing electricity. Not going to harass us by doing things. They're not going to be able to go on the internet and say, you're not allowed leaving your home or doing this. There'll be nothing. They won't be able to talk on their radios with their yaps and to send radio signals because it can go down. And now here's the thing. It can go down for hours, weeks, days, years, maybe. Who knows what it's going to do. First signs of it, if you're outside looking at aurora borealises up in the sky, beautiful green, red colors that are fringing lights moving all around. It's poison and it's solar radiation. And back in the 90s, at the end of the 90s, I was like, how come I don't see that anymore, the aurora borealis? I went back to the exact date, the exact age I was, 15, 16. And they said there was a coronal mass ejection. That year, guys, I saw the biggest fireball enter Earth's orbit. It was a giant rock the size of a stadium. I could see it in the sky with a green tail at the back, like flailing like this big ass object way back in the 90s when I wasn't filming anything. So I believe the sun is going to create a massive coronal mass ejection. Now, here's the problem. Your digital devices are very dangerous. All our devices are very dangerous. Your computer will be on, even if it's unplugged. What happened with the Carrington event, there was, and listen, Earth was electrocuted, magnetically electrocuted. And that's what happens several times. And that electrocution takes out everything, right? And anything. Dangerous for our satellites. But now here's the problem. Those satellites are operating many things, all the way down to the bloody traffic lights here that are all programmed and coded that can also hackable. Very bad. So if the electricity is still up when the sun hits, there's defense systems that will be down and password systems that will be affected or obstructed, and hackers are going to get in back doors and stuff. It's dangerous when you see some students get into where they launch the nuclear bombs or whatnot, and they have the keys in the States where some kid pops up 12 or 14 years old on the website and says hello. So the protection is very, very high there. I believe the sun is extremely dangerous. I believe it's going to change our lives in the next coming months. And the radiation and the pulsation coming from the sun is very concerning. Like Kimberly says, extremely concerning. They don't know what's going on. Nobody does. That's the scary part. Very scary part. So I believe when that happens at the same time, it'll be instantaneous that Earth will explode with volcanic eruptions, major volcanic eruptions, both in the oceans and outside of the oceans. And at the same time, you'll have that solar radiation coming to Earth. So get this. Imagine a couple of days. I'm going to tell you how bad it's going to get. And it's not the end of the world. It's just end of part of Earth. It's going to end some people's lives, right? If you're careful, you'll get out of it. So imagine all the electricity going down. So that means, no food, no, you have the transportation, if you have a bit of gas, if that even works, right? And you're going to be stuck fending for a while. There'll be some looting and stuff like that. So imagine electricity going off, but at the same time of torrential rains and winds, it'd be very dangerous for criminal groups like terrorist groups like ISIS and stuff. These morons will be back at doing a lot of crap. Their goal of those groups is to end the world, basically. You need to come to Walmart's here in North Carolina, Bruce. Other than left, they're pretty chill. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, the left here too. The Pied Piper set that up. This is organic. Let you set up anything new on Lunar Wave. Let's bring freedom back. Thanks again. Thanks, Sean, Joseph. Nothing new on the Lunar Wave, but I'm telling you, I'm looking, and I sure hope that I'll be able to capture another one. A double Lunar Wave for those who haven't seen it yet and just got here. Crow 777 caught a Lunar Wave. I caught one too, a double one, and with a large telescope, 14-inch telescope. Caught it with that. I was lucky. I also believe, Sean, I believe in theory. It's always in theory because science is a theory. I believe it's because of the sun that everything's occurring because of the sun. Scary thought, but those aircraft are coming out of the craters of the moon. Wouldn't there be a door that slides open? Yes, they can't just leave them open. Well, absolutely. And do you remember Gate Smasher? I bought bacon this week. Very expensive. Very expensive. I did for real. And do you, what was I going to say now? It doesn't take me much, eh? Yeah. Remember the panel or door that I thought opened up? Those lights that come around the dark side and it's like they lift up off the surface. We saw that light or something like that. Yeah. Panels that lift up like Area 51. I've only heard of it. I have not seen it. I don't think anybody saw it, but you know that little plane that was talking to, who was it? Art, I think he was talking. He was talking to some old talk show host. Maybe he was talking to Don King. I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. A small aircraft with his, I don't know if it's Puerto Rican or Chinese girlfriend or Japanese girlfriend with an Asian girlfriend. Little plane goes into the Area 51 zone as he's on the radio talking live. I'm sure some of you heard it, whether it's real or not. But he did say, long story short, he did mention that there were big square board-like doors opening up on the surface. And he said, I guess it was a defense system. I don't know if it's a missile or something that was launched to the plane, but they did hit the plane. There was our jets, 2 fighters around the plane, and they shot the plane down. So whether it was real or not, I don't know. But long story short, we're talking about those panel doors. I think it's very possible. Misty World, have you heard about the monkeys escaping? Yes, in a crash. Next thing will be monkey flu. You said it's already out, my friend. It's the green monkey flu, and they're already talking about it. Our friend Fauci again, animal killer. That's an animal and human killer, Mr. Genocide, the Faucher. That's who sent those in. So there was a crash. They say a couple of macaque freaking monkeys, by the way, got out, and they said that they went and got them back. Somebody thought it was a cat at one point. They looked inside; it was monkeys. But you know what, Misty World? 7 people that worked on those monkeys are dead, and it's not in the news. Why do I smile? Because we're living in a screwed up, evil world where people aren't even mentioning deaths of many groups of people. It's the scariest thing to ever witness, I'm telling you. Sending energy your way, Christy. Andrew Lepensi, 70% of Canada's food imports are from USA. I would believe that. Of course. Half of the canned stuff we get here. I mean, remember buying canned potatoes from China one day. Said, what the hell's going on? Can't buy from our own food and stuff. Here I buy all from Canada. For me here, everything that's food, all from Canada. And like Americans should do the same, to support each other. But that's how it is. Skidoos are roaming around. We gather here to share all thoughts. We're gathered here today to pay respects to Bruce. We gather here today to share all thoughts. I still didn't get it. We gather here today to share all thoughts. Bruce has awesome videos about the sky views. View them all on Fridays, 1 and 8 p.m. We are live. Thanks yet again, you amazing people, for coming and joining the live stream, for taking the time to chat with me. I lingered a little bit on the Canadian convoy, but that's okay, because tonight when I come back, I will have studied and researched what's up in space news, as I always do for the 8 o'clock stream. Last time, Elon Musk is launching with his own rocket now, wants to launch 4,500 satellites if he didn't already do it. March 4th, an Elon Musk rocket is supposed to crash towards the moon. When I say March 4th, 2022, could be around that. There's supposed to be a landing in Mare Crisium in 2022 or 2023. I don't know if, I imagine, guys, when the mandates go down, and they will, they're going to advance the projects a lot more. Don't forget, they saw the NASA Artemis programs. Everything's backed up because of the sea, they're saying. So it's like, it's a bunch of load of bullcrap. Locomotive operator, why all action in Canada and not USA? Well, I'll be honest with you, because it probably just hit, and Canadians, like, we just got locked down incredibly, and some of the mandates were so intense, and some of the mandates here in Quebec are the worst across the world. For me not to be able to go buy alcohol, not to go to movie theaters and stuff, it's not just talking about it, it's all been passed, the laws. In the States, with what happened on January 6th, okay, everyone was accused of being a domestic terrorist in the States because they voted for the right, the stupid right and left. The ideal so stupid, right? The leftists, right? Well, they're the idiots. And by the way, it's not that leftists are only Democrats. They're left even of the Democrats. Did you know that? Democrats are not Republicans, but you have Democrats and Republicans that have always been there interacting and normally, yes, no, yes, fighting, trying to get whatever they want done. But then you have the leftists that are even left of the Democrats. There's a lot of Democrats that don't appreciate the leftists, but it's not just that the leftists are Democrats. It's they are left of the Democrats. They're even more left than Biden, but that's where Biden is. He got there. Thanks again, Beth. I mean, as the stats. Talking to the president of my hospital, asking her for early treatment clinics. She thanked me, but It's a no-go. Yeah, definitely a no-go. But you know what? A lot of people are awake and know exactly what just happened, and they're watching, and never again will they ever trust the government. It's a manufactured food shortage in prep for war. You said it. It doesn't make any sense that during the time of war, food will go up. It should all be the opposite, right? We're living in hard times, the sea and everything. The food should be almost free for us, basically. Crazy. I am Kai. I cannot believe I never heard about that 18-minute radio burst until today. Hey, I haven't even heard about it, Kellen. Shows you how reliable our media is. Definitely. I have not even heard about it. You get to hear about it. Was discovered years ago. Yeah, and guess what? You're the one that's telling me about it. For real. For real. I'm not going to hide it. There's so much going on out there that can't know everything. They're putting evil people in positions of power. Yes, exactly. In the police and in the military. Exactly. Privatized healthcare system. Bingo. Run by the philanthropic society and big pharma. Yes, absolutely. But lots of big lawsuits and crimes against because of the crimes against humanity by people in religious associations, by religion in general, the government of the United States. There's a whole bunch of them being brought to court. Biden's been sued there, by the way, several times this year and last year, and like this is not in the news. Putting a clown in a castle doesn't make him a king. You said it. It just makes the castle a circus. Hey, some guy, that was well said. That's some guy. Be careful with the monkey flu comment. Don't give the government any ideals. Yes. Yeah, well said, Nelson Dark. Nick, Boris only stopped the restrictions. Yes, I know, man, because he was breaking the rules and he got caught. Yeah, you're damn right about that. If evidence Trudeau broke the rule, you might getting him to back down. Our NHS yes mandate has been pushed back September from March. Yeah, because it's not going through. The bullshit is enough is enough. We have to stand up. If those truck drivers leave Ottawa and nothing happens, then you're going to see a lot of protesting with people, and I'll be there. I'll be one of the ones peacefully protesting. Illegals are allowed to come to the States without V. Not fair for the Canadian truck drivers. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Yeah, you said it. You're absolutely right about that. And as much as unfair to the American truck drivers, the same thing because they can't come into Canada. Where do you think they're sending the illegals, my friends? Where do you think they're sending the illegals? Are they only going into states? They are, though. They're going to suburban areas in the states. And the shit bus loads of them, guys, getting off. Did you see some of them have ankle bracelets? I saw some of them have ankle bracelets. Well, you know what? What's the difference between an ankle bracelet, digital with a digital flashing light, and shackles? It's sort of a futuristic shackle, isn't it? We only had shackles because we wouldn't know where they would run to in the woods. But now it's like we live in a zoo. It's like they went and got some, a certain type of animal species. They're bringing them into the zoo, going to put the tag on them and let them go anywhere they want and run free because they're still going to be monitored. What are they doing with the immigrants that are coming into the States? Hey, they're experimenting on you and I, and on us, on the people in Canada and the States. Imagine the people that are coming in as immigrants. What the hell they're going to do with them? It's disgusting. But the worst of it is the taxpayers' money that are paying for that, and it's not right. It's not fair to the American people. This will be all over by March 1st. I swear the Vari will give us the antibodies we need. Yeah, and anyways, yeah, exactly. It's just a cold. It's just like a cold, right? It should have changed absolutely anything. Hey guys and gals, thank you so much for taking the time to come to this live stream and for the comments and all the many. Hey, Paul Tucker. Appreciate that, my friends. Really do appreciate it. Getting a little hungry. Badger Life's in the house. Park them trucks, block them roads, remove the brake pin on the trucks. No one will move them. I love you, Badger Life. See, that's the power of the people when you think of it. It really is the power of the people. And you could be sure they're going to do that. You could be sure they're going to do that. I bet you there could even be a trailer or 3 designated deliberately for that. And again, it will be done in a peaceful way. And if needed, if shit breaks loose there, if they send army people there and get people to start fighting in the streets, the truckers are going to get pissed. But they're not going to leave, though. They're going to stay there. Yeah, you said it, Orwell's Bud LGB. Is a 70-mile convoy seen from space fringe? No, it's not. It's imagine how many truckers are going to kick Trudeau's ass. That's what they should be doing. Hello from Raymond. Ramon, thank you very much, brother. Higgins from my friend from Amsterdam. I hope you guys are doing well too down there. We have the sun out there today. Haven't seen it in a long time. Gate Smasher, I love you, bro. I haven't seen the sun in weeks, except for it comes out in the morning. You get 10, 15 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes, an hour or something, then it's gone. Sprad Paranormal is here. I did not see him, darling. Thank you very much, Brad, for being here and for being a member, my friend, also. Sprad Paranormal with his other channel, which I remember now. Thanks, Gate Smasher. We all need to come together, Nelson Dark says. They're beautiful words, and we really do, guys. State and city, because all we have is ourselves. Very soon we're going to need one another. Let's not be too late. And that's true. Let's not wait till the last minute. And that's how it is. I respect for every culture, every race, every color. It's because I don't give a shit about the colors. That's the thing. It has to do with the person. I'll judge the person by what he stands for. Super Dave 44 in the house. Some amazing videos in 2021 that you brought us, my friend. And in 2022 also. Super Dave 44 also talks about a lot of truth. 90% of the nation's people are fringe. That's so funny from the 1%ers. You said it. Origami, you're absolutely right about that. Hey, thanks for coming, everyone. Andrew Lepensi, thanks, bro. What if humans were given sentient consciousness to have the ability to take care of the earth and its inhabitants after the gods left ancient Egypt? You see what came to mind, Andrew? The keepers of earth, the ones who are maybe without even knowing it, here to protect earth in that way. I do believe in an integration of an evolution of a consciousness, and I'm hoping it's not through Neuralink or through any bloody chips in my head when you think of it. Andrew, I definitely believe that. Over 200 kilometers long. I definitely believe it. And that's a lot of trucks, a hell of a lot of truck. So there is support. You know, we got Americans. Look at it the way you want. The Canadian truckers that are driving, you have Americans, you probably have some Lebanese people, you probably have some Arab people, some Chinese people, maybe even Japanese people, even though I don't see a lot of Japanese truckers around here. That's true, actually. That's scary. They're smart. They don't have to drive the trucks. They do other stuff. We do stand tall, Julie. I'll be on tonight, guys, talk about space, UFOs in my research. Astronomers have absolutely no clue what the pretty ball in the sky is, sending signals about every 18 minutes, and that comes and goes about every 2 to 3 hours, and has been, yes, Kimberly, and I'll tell you what, you guys know that they found something extremely large that is 4,000 light years away. If you want to have an idea how far that is, a light year, okay, hey, we're talking, is it 4.6 million kilometers, a million miles. It'll do this every time. Multiply that by 4,000, and that's your light year. Okay, so multiply that by 4,000. There is a effing large object out there in deep space that is sending back signals. I don't know if that's the one you're talking about too. And I'm not talking about Draconis. There's another one, another star. Why are they getting signals from stars? Are they about to explode? And that's where it becomes dangerous, folks. Now you have an ideal of why everyone's afraid. Do you know that we talk about a dark dwarf star, dead star, and big white dwarf stars as a theory? Because since the Big Bang, there hasn't been any, and we're still waiting for stars to do that, expand and get big. And what they're looking at is sending out many times an impulse, a stronger vibration and explosion, far bigger than any sun in any solar system known in space. This object is ginormous. You know, when they talk about magnetars, well, I mean, listen, it could be a black hole for all we know, but it is huge. It is very, very huge. And they say 4,000 light years away, but they're getting a signal from it. Good vibes, Ramon. Thanks, man. Josh, before I get off here, Bruce, love to see you live, bud. Thanks, Josh. I'll be back on at 8, you guys, in 5 hours. And I went outside to film the sun this early afternoon. I'm going to go back outside to film the sun, just to let you know it was very aggressive, very, very bad. Lots of, solar flares and stuff. So you'll have to check that out. Hey, thanks you guys for rubbing too. Thought you were going to say from Telegram from Canada, standing strong. It's a beautiful sight. It really is, my friend. Dark to light, thanks. And thanks to each and every one of you. Jason Ward, hello. Thanks for being here, you guys. What's happening, Bruce? Got you on the live show for once. Awesome. So much is going on, both in space and in Canada and other countries. But tonight, hey, Petrostom, sending love and support from Croatia. Love you guys down there. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Be on tonight at 8 o'clock and get another stream up. And we're going to look at what's going on in space. And I thank you all so much for being here. Moonarch Daydream, hi from France. Merci beaucoup. Thanks for the news. Bien apprécié. Merci. And I love you guys. I'll talk to you all very, very soon. I can't thank you all enough. And now I'm going to see Peter Benton's email that he sent me. I'll talk to you all very soon. Love you guys. And I'll see you here at 8 in 5 hours. Bye-bye.